like you got this big empty house for yourself. Mm-hmm. And then you filled it full of junk.
Right. Because society...
Each room's got to have a bed. Each room's got to have a dresser. Each room's got to have a TV.
That's true. Because you may or may not have that occasional guest that your family or your friends come spend the night and see you, which probably is unlikely that they will, because they all have lives too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's my thing. Like, society made it a norm that you should basically like be 20, you should be right when you turn 25, you should have a kid, be married, have a kid, move into a home, a big home, and grow your family and raise your family in this immaculate house that you should have gotten because you have a traditional 9-to-5 job that pays you so well. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? So I mean, it just no.
That's a societal norm that for sure makes people broke. Right?
Right. They also don't want you to house hack your home because that's not normal either. So it's not normal for...
That's scary. You have a stranger in your home?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. You feel safe sleeping at night?
These are the questions you get asked if you house hack.
I could never do that.
That's why you broke. No, but I mean, those are the questions you get asked when you do stuff like that. That's a non-traditional way, you know, mm-hmm. to live. What's another one?
So which ones do we have so far? We got college,
car, house.
So
I kind of touched on the traditional job thing. Do we need to go into more detail?
Traditional jobs making you broke?
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily on that one.
I mean, just a touch on it. Like 90% of people are told that they should find, when they are young, find a great employer. That's what I was told when I was young. That was passed down from my family to me. Find a great job, find a great employer, they'll take care of you. That was tradition though. Mm-hmm. You know, work until you're 65, then at 65 you can retire, live off of your money and be happy and not have to worry about anything.
Oh, it definitely became very evident during the pandemic that employers were going to take care of themselves mm-hmm. before they took care of their employees. Mm-hmm. Most employers.
Most.
Right. There are some exceptions that did some exceptional things.
And kudos to them.
To take care of their employees during those times. And
that's amazing.
And that's great. And that honestly should have been the social norm.
That definitely should have been a social norm. Yeah. But it wasn't.
Absolutely not.
But I mean, during the recession, that's when you kind of saw how the shift of employers taking care of their employees in 2000, like you said, 2008. At least during the time we were alive to be able to recognize it. People were getting laid off, homes were being taken, mm-hmm. like people just didn't care about other people. And then you started to realize, like, why am I going to spend 25 years in a job that doesn't care about me? And like, I literally have, you know, I mean, I've known people that literally have worked 20 years for somebody. They're 5 years from retirement and they get cut.
Yeah, they cut them.
They cut them. Like, bye, see ya, we don't need you anymore. And then their job gets reposted 5 months later. Like, why am I going to work hard for some, you know what I mean? Well, if I'm going to pick an employer, I'm going to pick an employer that takes care of me.
And gives me incentives to take care of them.
Exactly.
So the harder I work, the better off I am and the better off the company is.
Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of people in our generation's mindset has changed, like, and they say we job hop or whatever. No, like, we're not gonna spend 20 years and be treated horrible without we're going to find someone else. We want to just be happy. Like, we don't want to wait 20 years to be happy. Like, we want to be happy now. So if there's another opportunity, a better opportunity out there, like our generation, we're gone.
Is going to try to find
We're going to find it. Whether that's working for somebody else, working for ourselves, working with somebody and collabing at, with a different leader, that's what we're going to do. Right?
Absolutely.
Anything else?
I say what, and I don't know about most people personally, but big city life has never been for me.
I was born in a big city, and I was cool with not going back.
Like the constant stress of having to drive through stop and go traffic.
That was a norm too.
Taking 30 minutes to go everywhere you need to go or more. So I personally believe in buying back your time. So if you have a job, you want to be able to be within a couple minutes living wise of where that job is. So you're not spending your time driving back and forth. And some people, that's their mental break time between job and their family life.
It's like their downtime.
But I can find other ways to have downtime besides driving back and forth to work in stop and go traffic.
Yep.
So I prefer to live at the beach.
Yep.
Simply for that reason.
Yeah.
So that's a difference in societal norms.
Excuse me.
Is that, I say everybody knows that song, We Got a Fast Car, right?
No, can you sing it for everyone?
We got a fast car, I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at a convenience store. Plan is to make a little bit of money. Don't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs. Find me, don't need to be living. Something like that.
That was great.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now everybody knows. Everybody's up to date.
Yeah, so that was even in music. Go to the city, make a bunch of money, get out of this small town. When now to me, I'm coming back to the small town.
An even smaller town than where you're from.
An even smaller town than where I'm from. And
trying to build.
De-stress your life, right? Like, there's no reason to be in constant 8 hours a day of stress. Or even if you're driving back and forth, then that's 10 hours of stress. So that societal norm, and that societal norm makes you broke too, because you're spending money driving to work and driving back. Maintenance on a brand new vehicle that you're paying $600 a month with insurance.
And generally, big city life is a lot more expensive than small town
That's
life.
true. So you're paying more for something
The
to eat,
experience.
something to drink.
If you have a big time job in a big time city, you're probably going to big time restaurants in the middle of the day. Eating big time meals, expensive meals with your colleagues, like that. All that adds up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
So another thing that makes people broke is big, extravagant expenses for one-time things, such as birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, stuff like that. People, when I was young, my mom wanted the biggest Christmas tree that we could find, and if that Christmas tree was $100, then we was getting it. But that's a one-time thing.
To be fair,
and it's a beautiful Christmas tree, don't get me wrong.
Well, I'm just saying, to be fair, you and your mom are both Sagittarius, so y'all like big extravagant things, experiences.
Yeah.
So maybe that $100 was worth it to your mom to see the look on y'all's face when y'all were a kid, to see how big this Christmas tree was. But then at the same time, my family's like that too. Like we go big, they go big all the time, and sometimes it's unnecessary because it creates unrealistic expectations for the children growing up. Like they just it's not anything special anymore. It's almost expected.
Right.
So it's not, you know what I mean? So it's not like oh, my mom always does this every year, or our family always goes to the Bahamas every year. This is just normal. You can come if you want. Yeah, I want to come because that's not normal for me. Like